Hello everybody, and today we're going to take a look at Google Forms again, more on the answer end as far as looking at responses and how you can possibly grade them. It'll be a real quick video on this, just kind of so people can see what happens when you click certain buttons and how you want to look at the data. So this is just a preview of a review sheet, not a review sheet, a form that I had made for students in combination of a review sheet they had. So they had the review sheet they were able to look at, and then they put their answers on here. And so you can see you can pick a number of different options for each one. I have a bunch of different types of questions, from multiple choice to short answer to, let's see what else we got here, adding files in. I explained on one of the last videos, and that's pretty much about it. So this was a real short one on some of the latest information that we have covered. On the end that I get, so if we look at the answer form here, so now I'm just switching different views from the preview view into this, we can see here that I can look at the responses. So in the response section, I can look at a summary, which shows basically all right, it's your item analysis, how students are doing. So most are picking option 1, the different answers they're putting for the short answer, which you can see that most are either including units or not. If they put a comma in, it separates it out. So it's a little tweaky, but it works. You still get the gist of what's going on. To all different types. Like I said yesterday, we can look at the actual files that they submitted. We can look at the responses by question here, so you can see the actual question and what's getting picked. So they have a range of answers and who's responding to what. And then we can go to individuals and what they're actually doing. Now, this is fine, but when you're going through, it's a little tough to see, and you don't really get I think it's a little bit harder to grade. If you go over to here, you can create a spreadsheet that links all the data. Now, I'm going to go switch to a different form so you can see the actual process that happens. So here's one of the latest ones. I can go to my responses, and I click over here, create spreadsheet. So it tells me I can create a new spreadsheet or select an existing one to link into. I'm just going to create a new spreadsheet. I hit create, and it should pop up in another window. There it is. And here it is. So I get the timestamp of when the students did it, their email address. So now you could have a question where it puts their name in, so you don't have to look at it by email address, but the way the emails are generated, it's easy to see who's what. And then over here, we have the actual data. Now, it's kind of weird. You don't really get to see the whole question. So if I want, I can click here, go format, and go into text wrapping. So now I get to read the actual question throughout. And there it is. There's all my answers. I can go through and grade it this way, or at least assess kind of what they're picking for it. I think this view sometimes is a little bit easier. If we go back to a different answer sheet that I have, right? If I want to look at their specific thing that they've submitted, such as maybe a file, I can click on it, and then it brings up the work that they submitted for that one. So it's pretty neat. I like that feature quite a bit. So that's how Google Sheets. Now, where is it? So I'm going to go into my drive, and there it is. So it creates it basically wherever your form resides, it creates it. So that's the review sheet there for 1. And if I refresh the page, there's probably one for 2 coming up. There it is, right there as well. So it can store them in there as well. They'll also, it'll create folders for you for where responses are going to, and you can see that there. So that's pretty much it. You could probably sort this in a number of different ways. I don't know if it's useful or not, but it can be done. And I think that's about it. I don't know what else there really is with this end of it. If it was straight multiple choice, at that point you can make it a quiz and it'll grade it for you as well. I haven't used that feature. I'm going to try that within a day or two and see how it works. And depending on how good it is, which I'm sure it's fine since it's Google and everything else works pretty easy or pretty well, I'll report back to you and show you how that works as well. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little information or tutorial on Google Forms, the answer end of it, and reviewing answers. Take care. Have a good night. Bye.